Well, y'all, it is Sunday evening. It is about 8:30 right now. We got the old chuck right there. I've got a trap right there. That's the pan. I got a pan cover on it, but it looks a little. That's not how I said it. We had some rain come through last night, and when I say rain, I mean an F1. It was pretty bad, but we got this groundhog. He's actually wrapped up in the chain a little bit. You can see that's the chain. He's covered with burrs, but I set this trap here 2 days ago, I think. So I'm gonna get a picture of him, get him taken care of, and talk to y'all about the F1 a little bit. Well, I said we had a tornado come through. Well, I actually don't know if it's a tornado. Someone said that they confirmed it as a tornado, but that's a pretty big rip, and that is a fraction of what actually happened. I mean, that's like nothing. Big trees, like, I mean, we could almost drive the four-wheeler through here. This tree got taken out, that pine tree, that huge tree. I mean, it used to be filled in right here, and now there's a big gap because this tree got blown all over. And then over here, snapped off. This one's busted. Let me hop over this. Hopefully none of these trees like fall on me. Oh my gosh, dude! Look at this. This is 5 feet in the air. Look at all these rocks underneath it too. And there's just a cavity underneath there. Holy crap, how deep does that freaking thing go? Look, my dog loves it in there. There's probably gonna be raccoons and stuff sleeping in that hole. Can't believe she went in there though. Usually she's scared of stuff like that. I mean, look at, that's like solid ground right there. Up in the air. This thing. Oh gosh, I almost fell. That big old cherry tree or whatever, I don't know what kind it is. I mean, crazy. That's busted off. Now I'll show y'all some crazy stuff over yonder. Yeah, so we got a couple tops of trees right here. Right there, tops of those trees. Dent in the ground where it fell. The crazy stuff is over here though. Looky there. That's a pile of 2x6s. I think there's 36 of them there. And these giant locust trees just got pushed right over. Crazy. You can see my dog up in there. And then this big, I mean, there's my boot compared to it. Up in there, this tree, that's about 10 feet up, 10, 12 feet up where it got snapped off. And then right here is that big tree. Giant pile of rocks there. I mean, just crazy. There's the doggo compared to it. And then there's this big walnut tree, I think. Here's half of a stick that got broken off. Well, I call it a stick. I think it came off of right there. But I mean, huge. Here's the other part of it. There's another part of it. I think, oh yeah, stay. This tree's giving her a lean right here, and then that tree, it was not like that. And there's a couple little small things in there that are got knocked over, but there, let's see, right there, stupid thing. That barn, some got taken off of it. And then over yonder, stupid thing won't focus, but right there, and then right there, stuff got taken out. Something big fell on the farmer's driveway, and Daria's running after a squirrel or something. That is Peanut the turkey and James Dean the guinea. This is actually the last known footage of Peanut the turkey, because whenever we went down to the beach, we just got back 3 or 4 days ago. I found her body back there. She got attacked off of her nest and something ate her, probably a fox or a coon or something. I don't know. The James Dean the guinea was fine though, but R.I.P. Peanut. We'll miss you. The farm is way up yonder. That's the chicken coop that got blown over. And so those two come all the way down through our yard, or the horse pen, whatever, and they come down into our woods so that Peanut can lay an egg every day. She's got, I don't even know where she is. She's got kind of a nest there. I am hot. It is, today is Wednesday, the 23rd, I think. It's about 80 degrees out here. I just set off all my traps because I'm going to Georgia tomorrow. So, you know, gotta set off the traps. I didn't catch nothing. Had some bad luck yesterday with a groundhog. So yeah, that's about all for now. I don't know if I'll make a video. Or if I'll end the video right here, or just keep it going. But I am hot. I gotta get inside and get a drink, and then probably feed horses, and then we gotta go drop the dog off at someone's house. Man, just a whole big deal. So thanks for watching so far. I appreciate it. If this is the end of the video, bye. Well, y'all, I'm out here doing what I love most. I'm trapping groundhogs. But I'm gonna show y'all something. It's kind of one of the dangers of these fields for some reason. Could be a few different reasons, but that is a big old sinkhole. And they've got flags on it, but that's a pretty big sinkhole. You could, if that collapsed with a tractor on it, you could easily get that tractor stuck in there. So that could be because they cleared land and then dug a big pit and put the rocks and the trees in there and it's settled, or it could just be a sinkhole. Yeah, so groundhog trapping is going pretty good. I had one snapped off trap, one has the paint cover tore off of it, but I've only checked 3 traps. I set 2 at a new spot. The farmer just told me, I just talked to him, and I actually saw the groundhog there, and guess what? My gun wasn't loaded. So well, if it was loaded, I would have had time because he stopped just before we went into his hole. So I'm gonna go check a couple traps. Well, a few more. Hopefully we get something. Well, y'all, I just checked some traps right over there, and I kind of got screwed over on that deal. There's 3 holes there. I put a hole on each trap. One trap is untouched. The other trap, I caught a groundhog by the toe and it ripped its toe off. The other trap is gone with a catch circle. I don't know how it happened. The stake just got pulled out. I don't know how. I just staked down like any other trap with the same stakes that I used. I don't know how it got out. I hope somehow it's a groundhog, and I hope it's still living in those holes, so hopefully I catch it with that trap on its foot. I don't know. Guess I gotta set the traps back to get them, so guess I'll try that. Well, y'all, first trap that I've checked. and we got one. Sorry if it's windy. Let's see. Can't really see it too good. Perfect catch in that number 11 Bridger. He's a fairly small one, last year's baby. I don't know if this is the only one here. There's only one hole. This is the trap. I've got another trap somewhere over there. I set them yesterday. I said the farmer pointed me to this hole, but I almost shot this guy yesterday, but my gun wasn't loaded. He didn't give me enough time, but I'm gonna take a picture of him and get him taken care of. That's number 1 for the day. Hopefully one of many. Look at the footprints. I think the pan is right here, and there's a footprint there. There's one right there. There's one right there. Man, I don't know. And then I've got another trap over there. There's nothing in it, so just barely missed. So I just caught that one groundhog right up there at the top of that hill, I think. And let's see, is it there? Right there where that telephone pole, or the cell phone tower gets anchored into the ground right there. There's a groundhog hole right about there in the middle of the screen. And I walked over there to see if the holes were active, because I've trapped groundhogs out of there before. And I looked down into the one, and there was a groundhog tail sticking out of it. So I ran back. I had left my gun over where I shot that groundhog, and so I ran back, got my gun, came back over, and I sat there and whistled. Nothing happened. I went about 5 yards away from his hole to where if he came out, I would see his head. I whistled, he popped out, and I shot right over his head. And he stood there, and then he went back in his hole. And I went back to grab traps, and he had, I guess, dug around whatever rock was plugging the hole. I remember putting rocks in there last year. So he dug around that rock, and he was down in the hole, so I just set a trap by the hole, and hopefully we get him. Alright, y'all, well, that's going to be the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry I ain't got a video out in a while, but I have been busy and not doing anything. Take that as you will. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I don't have anything special to say, so adios.